Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic. And being a Wednesday at the moment, it's basically Christmas Day for all of us who love variant sudoku, because we get the new Rat Run puzzle by Marty Sear. This one is called Locked Out. It's episode number 35 of this extraordinary series. And I'm feeling a little bit emotional, actually, because Marty was kind enough to send me a file of the story so far. So all of these introductions we've been reading, and all of the extra bits of the story that we get when we complete the puzzle correctly. And obviously there've been 34 of these episodes, and so I thought I would record myself reading them all just back to back, so the whole story gets laid out, before me. And as I do it, I found it quite emotional to do. And I'll make that available. Probably nobody wants to listen to it, but if you do want to listen to me reading the story so far, I'll either tag it on to the end of this video, if this video isn't monstrously long, or I will just put it on Patreon, but not behind the paywall, so everyone can listen to it if you're interested. But yeah, I've now got the story, all bits of the story much more in my mind. And much more at the forefront of my mind. And now I'm trying to guess what's going to happen next. And I don't know how many episodes there are left, because obviously in the first two phases there were 10 puzzles, and now we're already at 15 puzzles in phase 3. So I'm not sure how much longer Marty has got the story running, but I don't really want it to end, Marty, if I can be honest. But I know it must come to an end at some stage. And I guess when it does, we will find out what exactly the story is between the teleport malfunctions, Elliot and his untimely death, and the copying of Finkz the rat into the duplicate Finkz with a PH. Anyway, what else can I tell you about before we kick off today? Well, we'll do the story. We'll do the story just before we start. But what I do want to mention is Rat Run merch, because Marty not only is an amazing designer of Sudoku puzzles, but he's also created these incredible design. Well, we've got sort of the designs on this merchandise here, and some of them are just absolutely gorgeous. I hope you can see them on the camera. Yeah, you can see there. Look at that mouse mat. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, check it out. I think it would make a lovely gift for anybody who's been involved in this series so far. So that is available right now. I've got one birthday to do today, so we'll say a very happy birthday to Emily. Your husband Ross wrote to me, Emily, and told me that you watch a lot of the videos. Thank you for doing that. And I know you're a doctor, and I know that you've just started a new job at Penn State University working with NASA. Honestly, I get such imposter syndrome when I hear about some of the people who watch this channel. It is incredible. Emily, good luck with this new role. And how exciting it sounds, and I hope that you have a great birthday today. I hope the chocolate cake is very heavily iced, of course. With that said and done, let's have a look at the puzzle. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go over to Logic Masters and read the continuation of the story. So I've just read 34 episodes worth. So I'm reading this for the first time, and we can see how difficult the puzzle is today. It's been solved 100 times exactly when I'm recording this, which is at 1:41 in the afternoon. 4 stars for difficulty, 97% rating. Experiment 35, Grey, from the 22nd of April 1975. Elliot wanted one more test that used all 9 teleports, so this maze is for him. I have been careful to keep them safely spaced out this time. I'm currently in his office, remembering the times he would sit here humming to himself loudly while staring out of the window, usually meaning he was on the verge of figuring something out. There is still much left to piece together about what exactly he knew. All his notes remain locked away in the bottom drawer, the key nowhere to be found. I also have no way of opening the storage rooms since he changed the access codes. I'm not really sure what to do. I can hardly call in a locksmith. And okay. So then should we look at any of the comments? They might give spoilers. I mean, the people are just going to be saying it's amazing, aren't they? Christune says it's a riveting story again. Yeah, I don't want to pay too much attention in case we find out something we shouldn't know. So, why don't we have a read of the rules? Let me check that the puzzle is in the right place on the screen. It all looks very fine indeed, and very beautiful actually, this one. So, let's read the rules together for Rat Run 35, Locked Out by Marty Sear. What have we got to do today? We've got normal Sudoku rules applied, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The aim of the experiment: Finkz and Phinx with a PH must both reach different cupcakes by finding a path through the maze. The paths must not visit any cell more than once, cross themselves or each other, share cells, or pass through any thick maze walls. As well as moving orthogonally, they may move diagonally if there's a 2x2 space in which to do so, but may never pass diagonally through a round wall spot on the corner of a cell. So, what does this mean? So, let's go to the drawing tool. So, a rat could move like this, that's fine. That's an orthogonal movement, i.e. in a cardinal direction across an edge, north, south, east or west. A diagonal move is also possible if you don't go through a round wall spot. So that is not allowed, but that is allowed, is how we have to interpret the rules. And we should have we've got 2 rats and 2 cupcakes. 2 rats here, and 2 cupcakes here and here. And inevitably we'll find that this rat won't just do that for some reason. Okay, so what do we have to do next? Black currants. If 2 digits are joined by a black currant, one is double the other. So if this is a 2, this is either 4, because 4 is double 2, or it's 1, because 2 is double 1. One of those 2 things would have to be true. Red currants. If 2 digits are joined by a red currant, one is odd and the other is even. We've only got 1 red currant, so if this is odd, this would be even. So something like that would be completely fine. Teleports. Entering a teleport will cause a rat to be instantly transported to the matching coloured teleport. Matching teleports always have identical digits, but teleports that don't match always have different digits. So that means that D, for example, whatever digit we put into D, let's put 5 in. So 5 would go there in the other D teleport. But this teleport, G, although by Sudoku it could be 5, it's not allowed to be because that would duplicate another teleport's contents, which is, in this puzzle, apparently too naughty for words. Now, the test constraint, this is what we have to concentrate on. In this experiment, for any path segment connecting 2 teleports, no other cells along the segment may equal either of the 2 teleport digits at its ends, or lie numerically between them. E.g., if a path segment joins 2 teleports with the digits 3 and 6, then the other digits along this path segment may not include a 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay, so that's why it's called locked out. These, sometimes in normal Sudoku, these are called lockout lines, and I consider them to be my bête noire. Oh dear. So let's just make sure we understand. So if how long do I need a segment to be? Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? So let's draw that segment in, and let's say that this was a 3, and this was a 3, and this was a 6. So what that's saying is this line can only, or the line itself can only be constituted of digits that are not 3, 4, 5 or 6. So those digits are sort of locked out from the line. So yeah, the contents of the line have to not be either the digits in the teleports joining the line or the digits between those digits, if you see what I mean, numerically between rather than physically between. I don't consider myself to be very good at these at all. Anyway, do have a go yourselves. The way to play is to click the link under the puzzle, under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So the teleports. Yeah, okay. I presume actually there is one. I mean, I've got an I teleport. I know I is the 9th letter of the alphabet, so I'm assuming, I hope this isn't wrong. If we've got one of each letter before that, then we've got one of each number on the teleport. So let's just check that. E, F, G, H. Yeah, okay, so there is one of each letter. Or one, which means, because we can't repeat a digit on a teleport, effectively that's an extra region, isn't it? So if we just highlight those, E, F, G, H, I, so those cells are an extra region of the puzzle. And obviously we could swap out some of these, so we could change H for that one, and that would be an extra region of the puzzle. What do I mean by region? I mean a region that has to contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. I bet that is interesting somewhere in this grid. I've no idea where, but I bet you that there's a cell. There can only be one thing. I mean, it's almost interesting to think about, sudoku on the teleport numbers. Like, where's G in this box? I shouldn't do this, should I? What I should do is concentrate on the actual paths, because that's what's going to be important. So the top rat here. Now, obviously, I can't use Finkz and Phinx very easily because they sound very similar indeed. So we will make the top rat. It's Pinks and Inks I meant to use. I'll make the top rat Pinks. So Pinks is going to have to go to C. So she is then going to get transported down here. And then we'll have Inks going there. So she is going to get transported there. It's already quite difficult to see what happens, though, isn't it? So, for example, yeah, I mean, well, in fact, in both cases, it's very difficult. Because Inks is going to arrive here, where it looks like she could go there, 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 or there. All of those things seem possible. Pinks goes... Well, Pinks can't bump into H. So Pinks... Okay, so Pinks goes to I. That is true, I think. She either does that or that. So Pinks is more constrained, I think, than Inks. And she definitely has to go to I, because if she goes to H, she goes to the same cell as Inks. So Pinks goes to I. Oh, I see. So what Pinks doesn't do from I, Pinks goes to A from I, because if she goes to F, then you could never get to this cupcake. The way you're So the way you're going to get to this cupcake is via F, because if you go into F here, you'll come out of F here and be able to turn westwards into the cupcake. If I go to F here, then because you can never revisit this cell, you'll get teleported here, and that cupcake will never be visited. So I is going to go to A, but again, there are two pathways. And then A is going to go to B, actually, here. Because, again, it's the same point here. If we go from A to D, we'll get transported down here, and then this cupcake could never be visited. So A, which is... It's on the Inks path. So I think you have to do something like this. And then Inks is going to go to B. So, hang on. Oh no, hang on, I've got this wrong. Oh, this is Pinks, isn't it? Oh dear, hang on. So Inks goes there, and Pinks goes here, then here, which is impossible to see, then here, then here, then there, then B, which is here. Now, okay, well, B can't go to F now, because if B goes to F, where would H go? Where would Inks go? I don't think she could go anywhere. She would be trapped in by a wall of pinksiness. So B is going to go to G, which is there. Oh, goodness me. And then E or D or F. Oh, no, F. Okay, so F now has to be Inks because H needs to get to something. So H is going to go to F, which is... So that is... So actually, Inks's path is really short today. Inks just goes dum to the H, somehow from the H to the F, and then into the cupcake. Whereas Pinks goes C, I, A, B, G, at some point D, to get to this cupcake. And I don't know whether E has to be used. I didn't think it said that you had to use all the teleports. Let me just check the rules. Entering a teleport. No, I don't know whether E is used or not. It would be unlike Marty to have a sort of, well, would it be, I don't know whether it would be like him or not to have an unused teleport. It would almost amuse him, probably. So to D, actually, that both D's have to be used. So we're going to have to get from G to D either via E or not. Okay, so we've got some bits of the path that we understand. And B had to go, so B and A have to be, how do these rules work? I get these so confused with between lines, lockout lines. So in lockout lines, you want the numbers in the teleports to be close together, don't you? Imagine they were 1 and 2. Then only 1 and 2 are locked out. You could put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the line. Whereas if you do the opposite and you have 1 and 9 on the line, or 1 and 9 on the ends of the line, you could put nothing on the line because 1 and 9 and every digit between them would be locked out. So the goal here broadly is going to be to have close together, teleports that are linked by path. I think will have to be numerically quite close together, especially the longer the segment is between them. So that is one thing we can think about. So this path segment here, which one? Well, maybe we'll do the segment length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6. No, exactly 6, because whichever way we go there, we're going to finish, aren't we? Because we can't do a diagonal because of the round wall spot that's in that middle of that 2 by 2. So that is a 6 length segment. So if one of these digits was a 1, the other could be a 3. But it couldn't be further away than that, could it? If one of them was a 1 and the other was a 4, then 1, 2, 3 and 4 would be locked out of the line, and you couldn't make a 6-cell line. So these two digits are very close together. They're either consecutive or you know, 2 apart. That's forced. But the thing is, you can't assume that one of them is extreme, like a 1 or a 9, because you could have them being 3 and 5. If they were 3 and 5, 3, 4, 5 would be locked out. And 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is 6 different digits which you could put on the path. So yeah, so even when you have a long length of segment, you can't actually, unless you know what's in the teleports, you can't really use it. Then maybe we use the black dots, don't we? These digits can't be the same. That's got to be a 2 or a 4 then. Because what we're looking for here is three different digits, and we know that C and I are not the same because they've got different numbers in them because they're different teleports. So we're looking for a doubling relationship that can exist using Sudoku numbers. So you could start with 1, double it to 2, double it again to 4. 1, 2 and 4 would totally work. You could start with 2 and go 4, 8. That would totally work. But you couldn't start with any higher number than that. 3, 6, 12 won't work. 12 is not a Sudoku number. So this is either 1, 2, 4 in some direction or 2, 4, 8 in some direction. Yeah, okay, but I do know which way the path goes, don't I? Because this digit is always in the middle of because it's 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. That digit is always between the two teleport values and therefore cannot go on the line between those values. So I do actually know how Phinx gets from C to I. She's going to have to not go through a value in between. So yes, okay, so now 1, 2, 3, I've got a 5-cell segment. Yeah, that's beautiful. So now we know I've got a digit actually, which is a rarity. And these phase 3 rat runs have been, I think, a step up in difficulty, and that's totally and utterly great. But I've got a digit here. I think this has to be a 2, because if it's a 4, we know these digits are 2 and 8, but that locks out 2 and 8 and everything between them from this 5-cell segment. So you could only fill these in with 1 and 9. They would be the only unlocked out digits, and there are many digits there. There are 5 digits. That won't work. So this is going to be a 2. I almost did all the logic and then filled in a 4. So these are 1 and 4. Which means 1, 2, 3 and 4 are locked out of this line, which means those digits are 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And I make no apology for pencil marking that. I normally wouldn't, but I find these rules incredibly difficult to manage. Now, hang on, that digit's the same as that digit. That digit, now what does that actually, that's C. So that's that one. So these are 2 and 3. And that's given me a yellow, which is that one. That's a 2 or a 3. So this is good. That's good, because that's restricting this digit, isn't it? Because this digit, which is B, I've worked out before, has to be quite close to this one. So this has got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Because I worked out it's either consecutive with the 2 or the 3 in here, or 2 different from it. So it can't be bigger than 5, or you'd lock out too many lines on whatever this segment looks like. Okay, but it's not 1 and it's not 4, because those were this one and this one. So it's not those. So it's 2, 3, or 5. And it's not yellow. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. That is absolutely beautiful. So it's 5. Now the reason it's 5, can you see why? It's so weird. And yet it's true, because it can't be the same as the yellow digit that's here. But that digit, whatever it is different from this digit, that one there, which, because I know that this one is different from this one because they're in the same row. And yet that one is looking at this one. So effectively, row 1, column 2 sees a 2-3 pair. It sees those two digits weirdly, that one and that one. So it's a 5. And that means this has to be a 3. Because if it was a 2, I'm just... Oh, hang on. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Now, I just want to check, because if this was a 2, it wouldn't work, would it? Because the digits that would be locked off the line would be 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which means the digits that could go on the line would be 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 digits, but I need 6. So this is 3. So this is 2. 3 is in one of those cells by sudoku. And the digit 4, which can't go on the line. So 4 is in one of 2 places in box 1. And I thought that was going to have to be 4, 8, because for some reason it looks to me like the 2 and the 3 are in its box with it, but they're not. The 3 is in the box with. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. In terms of the possible doubling relationships that could exist on this black current, it can't be the 3-6 relationship. So it's either a 1-2 pair, a 2-4 pair, or a 4-8 pair. They're the only pairs that exist in sudoku, where you have a doubling relationship between the digits. So if this was a 4, this would be a 1-2 pair. Okay, now I don't know what to do. 2 is... Can 2... Oh, hang on. I've got to be careful here. That number is the... Where... What? I can't actually read what letter it is. Is that B? So is that one? Are they the same colour? Yeah, okay, so those two have to be 5 then, because this one has to be 5 and it's copied across on the teleport. Oh, well, that's great. Where's 5 in box 7? It's got to go in the corner. By sudoku, of all things. Okay, but the reason I started to look at this is I was wondering where 2 went in box 9. It's got... So can 2 be G, is the question, and the answer seems to be yes. Probably. If those two were both 2, would that work? Probably. All right, so now what do we do? We've gone. So if I'm there with a 5, and I know I'm going to G then, don't I? So I'm either going downwards or I'm going upwards. So there's always going to be a 3-cell line. So this has not got to be too far away. I can't lock out too many digits. Otherwise I won't be able to create a 3-cell line in whichever direction it is. Although, I mean, even if that was a 1, that would still leave 6, 7, 8, and 9 possible, wouldn't it? So actually, no, actually, I don't think I can lock out enough digits here for it to restrict G. Oh, where's 5? In column 3. I can do that. Okay. Where is... I'm totally confused. Where does this one go then? So this one goes there, and then I've got to get to A. So I'm either wiggling through a 2, which feels difficult. If that was a 1, you couldn't do that. You could not go on that path, because the 2 would be between the 1 and the 3, and I'd have created a between line, not a lockout line. But why couldn't I do that? Does that kill the black dot off? Is that wrong? I am so bad at these. Ah! Sorry. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? If this path goes through this black dot, so if I'm saying that I mean, actually it's only one way it could go, but if that goes through there to get to the yellow, so what I'm saying is this is the route it takes. Is it not true to say that this black dot now it can't have 1 or 4 on it, it just can't. Because it can't have this digit by sudoku, and it can't have that digit because you're not allowed to put, the 2 end digits on the line. So 1 and 4 couldn't be on this black dot, so how would you create a doubling relationship? You can't do it. There's no doubling relationship that exists with sudoku numbers. 3, 6 isn't available, 1, 2 isn't available, 2, 4 isn't available, 4, 8 isn't available. So the way that we do this, I mean, Marty, I don't know Marty as a lockout line specialist, but even that sort of deduction is so elegant, isn't it? It's like, oh, I've just been using these things all my life. It's just obvious to me. I will just create a path. I'll just pop a black currant in the. I mean, Marty is the grandfather of the story, I think, creating these mazes and with an affinity for the rats. All right, so now this can't be 1 for the same reason I just noticed it couldn't be 1 if the path went that way. If that was a 1, then that 2 lies between 1 and 3, which is definitely wrong. So that's a 4, which means that that's a 1. So the 1 goes transplanted there, that becomes a 4. 4 is in one of those 3 cells. 3 is in one of those 3 cells. Where's 3 in this box here? That's not true. It could be on the rat. So ignore that ignore that. I didn't, for some reason, I looked across there, saw the H and thought, oh, well, that 3 has to go in here, but the 3 could be in the rat. So 4, yeah, 4 and 3 is fine. Wait, I can't put 3 on the path here, because that's not allowed by the rules. 3 is placed in box. I almost want to colour that. I wonder if that's what I should be doing, sort of colouring the digits. Not sure. And okay, so what? So at the moment I've used 1, 3, 4, 5, haven't I? 1, 3, 4, 5 on the teleport. So the other teleports have to be other digits other than those. So 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. So So which teleport? Yeah, so which teleport is 2 is a good question, I think. I think that is a good question. 2 can't be F. 2 can't be H or D or E. So that's wiped out 4 of the remaining 5 teleports. So it must be the other one, which is G. I think it's G. If I've got 5 teleport values unspecified, and I can knock 2 definitively out of 4 of them, the 5th one must be the 2, and I think that's G. Feels right, doesn't it? Just sort of double checking that this isn't nonsense. 2 definitely C's. Yeah, I think it's right. So what does that do? Don't know. How can that do nothing? No. Okay, 2 is in one of those 3 cells. I've got 4 2s in the grid. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's bizarre, isn't it? All right, so what we should do probably is label the other. So now I've used, on teleports, I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the other teleports, which are E, D, H, and F, are the digits 6, 7, 8, 9 in some order. Which looks almost interesting in this column. I mean, there are several things I'm seeing here from a sudoku perspective. I don't know if any of them are useful or not. Those 2 digits, C 6, 7, 8, 9, because they see the blue one, they see the red one, and they see those 2. So those 2 digits are very low digits, which makes that digit very restricted. That's got to be a 3 or a 5. That one's a bit less. Do I pencil mark it? I might do, actually, because it can't be 2, so I can get it down to 4 different digits. 1, 3, 4, 5. And I think there's going to be a lot of cells like this. If we spend long enough... No, not that one. I want ones that are seen by both golds, both blues, both reds, and both purples. Now, blue has to be in one of those 2, doesn't it? I mean, is this something I'm meant to be recording? Yeah. All right, here's a different point. Where is gold, this one, or orange? Is that more orange? Where's orange in row 4 is a fair question. It's not in any of those 3. It's not there by sudoku with this orange. It can't repeat in a teleport, so it is that cupcake. Let's see if... Can I get away with orange there? Does it look sufficiently like the teleported orange? Oh, I think... I don't know if I've made it worse, actually. I think that's actually better. So that digit is 6, 7, 8, or 9. So I've almost got all of the 6, 7, 8, 9s. Right, so now... Right, this digit now. Why did I not see that one before? Is this wrong? How did I not see that one? I should have done. I mean, that's quite clearly got all 4 colours looking at it. I'm so sorry. Right, so this is 1, 3, 4, 5 as well. It's not 5. And so, okay, so which is the one? Blue. But blue isn't that one. Oh, that's a different blue. Oh, okay, golly. That blue is in one of those 3 cells. This blue is in one of those 2 cells. One is not on there anymore. So 4 is. This must have 4 on it. It's either 2, 4 or 4, 8. So 4, that's great. So 4, oh, hang on, this has been available forever. So this can't be 4. So this is 4. And now I know the path through box 1. It's got to do that. I mean, it's not going to be very helpful because these cells are just the other digits. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can we do anything with that? Don't think we can, bizarrely. So hang on, so what on earth am I meant? I've got it. I've got it straight away. Right, so now what I've got to do is think about how the path goes from the 5 to the 2. How could it go through the 4? That wouldn't work. It's not allowed to. So the path from here to here has got to be the other way. It's got to be that way. And I tell you what that's going to do. That is going to force the path of Inks from this one. She's got to go that way. But that's, yeah, look, these can be very close together, so that's not terribly surprising. But now, what digits can't we put on here? We can't put on 3 or only 3 or 4. So 3 can't go in this one. So 3 is in one of the bottom ones. 3 is in one of these 2. And then I go from the 2 to here. Where that looks tricky. Actually, that's really interesting. How do you get from here to there? So I'm saying, how do you get from this 2 to that blue thing? Now. What I'm basically seeing is that if I do try and go through this passageway to blue, I'm going to go through a 3 in one of those 2 cells, which I know I can't do because 2 and whatever this digit is, the 3 will be between them. So we can't do that. If I go on the other hand this way to get into the blue, I'm going to have to go through that cell. There's no way of ducking it from a, and that is a 3 or a 5, and that will be between this digit and this digit. So I can't do that either. So the only way of doing this is going to be so what I'm going to have to do is go via red. That is how we're going to have to do this. And that might work because red is a 6, 7, 8, 9, which is going to lock out less digits than this being a 2 going up to a 6, for example. Yeah, I mean, in extremists, imagine these are 9 and 8. Then anything between them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, could appear on the line joining them. Now, here's an interesting thought. We know that this one, therefore, is going to go there. Because it can't go here, because then that's going to jump here, and then you're never going to be able to get through this effective wall of cells that have been previously visited. So we're now going to go from the 2 to that one, and then from this one to that one. So we can draw a bit more segment in. It's going to go to there, and either that way or that way. don't know which. And we're going to go from here either that way, or, I mean, the thing is, this looks absolutely horrendous, doesn't it? There's all sorts of diagonality possible in this area of the grid, and then we could go up like that. So, what on earth do we do there? So if, I was going to say, what? How do we do that then? And actually, whatever this is, the amount of digits that are locked out from its line to join to a 2 it's the same problem we were looking at here, isn't it? It's quite difficult to do this, because even if you make that a 6, you've only got 5 digits. You've got 4 digits available. 1, 7, 8, 9. So that would be a 7, 8, 9. That's. I mean, this is ridiculous. That doesn't work straight away. How could the path go through this little tunnel is the question. How could it do that? The answer is it can't. And the reason it can't is you've got to fill those 3 digits. And what are we going to fill them with? And it doesn't matter what you put in here. Whatever you put in here, even if you put the digit closest to the 2, let's put 6 in, that's going to give us the most optionality. Now these digits have to be from 1, well, they're not 1, or 7, 8, 9. Well, they could be 7, 8, 9, but they actually can't, because if they're 7, 8, 9, this digit is a 6. And now what are you going to make this? It can't be a digit on its line, which is 7, 8, 9, and it can't be that digit, which is in its row, so it can't be anything. And if we were to extend this up and make this a 7, the problems become much worse. You'd only have the digits 8 and 9 to put on this 3-cell segment. You can't do that. So we're going to go that way, is what we've just discovered. Now that might still be interesting, because that means this is 6, isn't it? Because there have to be 4 digits that are not locked out from the line. So if this was 7, which digits between a 2 and a 7? You'd only have 1, 8 and 9 to use, and there have got to be 4 digits, so that's got to be 6. This has got to be 6. Now what we can do is remove 6 from the other. I don't know if that will work. Oh no, it didn't work. We've got to remove 6 from the other teleporters. And these digits have to be 1, 7, 8, 9. Which means these digits have to be 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 3 or 5. That's not 4. None of these are 2 right now. I get a 4 here. I get a 2 here. Oh, there's a bird fight going on out there. That's a 3-5 pair. This is not 3 or 4, actually. So this is a 3-4. We're going to get, well, we're very close to getting a second 3 in the corner, which would be fortunate indeed. Now, that digit, the orange digit, has to appear in this box somewhere. So it's there, which means those are the same. Is that the same as that one? Yes, it seems to be. Now I can see the difference in the colour. So let's make that orange as well, in hope that something occurs. So that's great. That is absolutely great. Where is orange? Orange has got to be here now. Oh, that's definitely not the same shade. That's a dirty orange compared to this orange. Orange is in one of those. Let's put 7, 8 or 9 into this one. And obviously we've got a quadruple of 1, 7, 8, 9. So this column, we've got 2, 3, 4, 6 to place. That's irritating. That is irritating. The bottom row now is only filled with colorable digits, like from this 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I've got 1, 2, a 3, 4 pair and a 5. So do I know the color of this one? I know it's not orange or purple. So and that is orange. So it's either light blue or 6. So that is light blue or 6. That is very distressing. That does not seem to be resolved at all. Oh dear. So these 3 digits include light blue and purple. So purple is on this line. That's fine, because purple is 7, 8 or 9, and that is not locked out by a 2, 5 pair. Okay, I'm not seeing what to do here. I'm sorry if it's obvious. I've got a feeling it might be obvious, or maybe this column. Maybe let's have a think about column 9. I need 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm going to pencil mark it. I know it's excessive, but that's not 6, that's not 2. Right, so I've now got a 3, 4 pair. That has been good. So this is not 3 or 4, so this is not 3 or 4. And that's not 2, so that's a 6. And that's a 2. Oh, I see. So I could have just asked, where's 2 in column 9? And that would have just revealed something to me, which I didn't see at all. That's now not a 2. So 2, oh, nearly. So 2's in one of 2 places. And can it go on the line? Can you repeat a digit? Can you repeat a digit on the lockout lines? In this experiment, for any path segment connecting 2 teleports, no other cells along the segment may equal either of the 2 teleport digits or lie numerically between them. So no, you can, I think. It doesn't, so it doesn't, at least it doesn't say you can't. The way the words are, the rule is worded, I think it doesn't preclude there from being a 2 here. This being a 6, though, that means this is not a 6. So, right, so I can colour this one now. Because it's not purple and it's not orange, so it's the other colour, which is blue. That's my blue colour. See, that's so close to that blue colour. Is there hang on, can I make that indigo just to make it a bit, I'm going to do that just to really make that a bit clearer in my brain. I'm sorry about this, Finkz and Phinx, but it does look a bit clearer to me if I do it like that. So these are blue. So yeah, that's great. So now those 3, that's 3 different colours of 7, 8, 9. That's a purple, an orange and a blue. They're looking at that one, so that's a 6. So this is red, this is red. This is now 3 and 6, apparently. That's nice. So, oh, hang on. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? So that becoming a 6 doesn't hurt anything. So this is now colourable. That is purple. That's the purple colour of 7, 8, 9. Which is now in one of those 2. And it's on So how could purple be 7 now? It couldn't, could it? Because if purple is 7, it's on a line that will link it to an 8 or a 9, and that won't work. So purple can't be 7. I mean, that feels like a win for the goodies. So 7 is orange or blue. And purple is definitely on this line. And blue is definitely in one of those cells. So where is orange in this? We don't know. But orange could also be on this line. And if orange was on the line as well, then this would be a 7. And this would be an 8-9 pair. That might be possible. I don't know. Okay, but how... Okay, isn't it the same question, though? How could blue be 9? If blue's 9, then because I know that purple would then be 8 and on the line, that's impossible. So blue is not 9. Blue is not 9. It would give the same problem as if purple was 7, just from a slightly different perspective. So... bother. That's nearly good. I don't think it's quite good enough. So I've got... Okay, now I've got a 7, 8, 9 triple, a 1 and 5. Oh, where's 1? Where's 1? In box thingy. 1's there. So this is a 5. This is good, actually. But that's just Sudoku. I've done nothing clever at all. This has become a 3. Which you feel must do something, but... I'm saying that. I can't see what it does, but I think it's going to allow us to colour this column, perhaps. I know that these 2 digits are now an... Well, this has to be orange or purple. I know there's 7, 8, 9 triple. And if this was 7, it wouldn't work, would it? Because what would we make this that would make it valid? So this is 8 or 9. So that it still doesn't quite do it, I don't think. I think this could still be 8 if this is 7. Right, okay, well, I'm not sure what this means, but it's very exciting. Now, column 7 now has a 7, 8, 9 triple. So these digits, I need to put 6 in the column. I can just write that in. That's a 6, which is a red digit. This is a 1, which is, I've never given it a colour. This is now a 4. So this is now, well, this is now odd. So this is, oh, that's beautiful. That's ridiculous. So look, this is odd on the red current. So we need an even digit here. Oh, this is going to do it. This is going to do it, because now that has to be 8 to be even. And now that's 9 and that's 7. So we now know 7, 7, 9, 8, 8. Can't put 8 on the line then, so that's got to be 9. That's 9, that's 7. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. Now this is 7 by Sudoku. A 1, 8, 9 triple. This is a 3. Okay, so I don't get another 3 in the corner. Some of you will be relieved. That's a 1, that's a 9. Right, what do I need in this column then? 4, 5, 8, I think. This is 8 by Sudoku. This is a 4, 5 pair. This is a 7. Again, that's just Sudoku. Sudoku is being my friend for once, which is appropriate in a rat run puzzle. Because that was the word that Finkz spelt out when she was introduced to the English language. Okay, so we should make all the 7s the same colour, shouldn't we? And probably I should make all of the 9s the same colour. And all of the 8s the same colour. They should all be blue. And that's going to really help me for the following reason. What do I need in column 2? 1 and something. 1 and 8. Oh, I can do that. I need to put 8 into the column. So 8, 1, 5, 5, 4, 4 now, because I've made a note that I needed this is now a 2 on the blackcurrant. So 8 is in here along with 6. Look, this has probably been available for ages. I just didn't see it. And in this column, it looks like this is a 1-2 pair, which I can do. So this is a 6-9 pair, which I can't do. I mean, it's a very colourful grid, and I'm going to have to work out what is going on with, obviously, the paths at some stage. I might have to get rid of all my colours to do that, because I can't even really see where the paths are at the moment. Can I do this box? That must be doable. I can put one in the middle of the puzzle. That's really weird. That doesn't happen very often in variant Sudoku. This is a 7, I think. This 1, 8 is looking at that digit, so that's got to be a 9, an 8, and a 1. A 9 and a 6, which is a red, isn't it? The reds are all 6s, if we find them. 6 is in one of those two, but I don't know which one. What about this row then? What do we need? 3, 4, 5. Is that really true? Because that would be very good. Yeah, because this is naked then. That's got to be a 3. So that's 3, 3, 5, 3, 6. 6 up here, 4 here. Am I going to finish the puzzle and then I have to figure out the path? That seems to be 5. It does seem to work. And this must be done. So that's 2 and that's 9. Right. So we have done it, but we haven't in a way. We're going to get rid of all the colours now. I know this is a bit... Normally I would leave the colours in, but forgive me. I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. And we're going to get to continue the story as well, which is fantastic, assuming I've not made a ricket. So there we go. Now where are the paths at the moment? So, no idea. This one was, then it went there, and then it went there, and then it went there, and then it, oh dear. Okay, so so the path is stranded on this 2 at the moment, and it had to go to the 6 here. So locked out as everything between 2 and 6 inclusive. So we need 1, 7s, 8s, 9s, which is working that right. So from there, we've got to go to there, 1, 7s, 8s, 9s, to there, and then to the other end of the teleport. So that's forced. And then here we go, oh, now we've got the flexibility to use a 7 on this path. Or, sorry, no, that's the wrong way round. No, you can't use 7. It's 6, 7, and 8 that are locked out. So 8 is locked out. You can't go that way. So from the 5, I think we're going to have to go to a 3, 5, into the teleport. And then we go from the 8 to the cupcake. That's perfect. That's worked. So, and the path... Oh, and I've done the other part. I've done Inks's path. There we go. We've done it. I think we've done it. Yes. Fantastic. Right. So, upon successful completion, which is what I read 34 times already today, after the test, should I do the blackcurrants eatings things? Test date, 22nd of April 1975. Cells visited 53. Blackcurrants eaten 0. Red currants eaten 0. Teleports used 9. After the test, I let the rats out in Elliot's office while I sorted through some of his things. What followed was entirely unexpected. Finkz, with a P, scurried across the room to the tall peace lily in the corner by the bookcase and climbed onto the rim of the pot before starting to dig in the soil. Finkz, with an F, watched on from the desk, intrigued. Within seconds, her friend had uncovered something small and metallic just beneath the surface, which she carried back towards me in her mouth. Even before she reached me, I had an inkling what it was going to be. I brushed off the loose soil and placed it into the lock of the bottom drawer. It fit perfectly and turned with a satisfying click. As far as I am aware, the rats have never been in Elliot's office before today, yet somehow she knew. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to start guessing what's going on, but I have an inkling of what's going on. I don't know whether I should... Is it a spoiler if I say what I think's happening? Because I've read the story. Because I've just read the story. And now I think I understand a little bit more about the nature of Elliot. This is fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not going to say anything. I will wait. Marty might email me and say I'm free to guess, but what I don't want to do is blurt out something that either turns out to be wrong or right, and then everyone goes, "Oh, you spoiled it. You're a terrible person." That was a fantastic puzzle, Marty, as usual. Absolutely loving this. Absolutely loving it. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.